For centuries, the towns of Turkish Nusaybin and Syrian Kamishli were one. Politics put a border between them, then a fence and a minefield. Both Syrian and Turkish governments have been hard on their rebellious Kurdish minorities. Now, Nusaybin is keeping many secrets. Syrian Kurdish refugees, runaway Syrian Kurdish soldiers, but most of all, why some Kurdish political groups have decided to support the Syrian regime and not join the uprising. Kurdish political leaders here in Turkish Nusaybin say that most Kurds around here want the same thing, a federal Syria with a space for Kurds like northern Iraq. What they don't say is how deeply divided Kurds, Turkish and Syrian have become about how to get there. Videos taken by activists at demonstrations this year show a new breed of government enforcer, armed men of the PKK providing security for the Syrian regime. And this photo helps explain why. In another area of Syria, Afrin, Aleppo province, the PKK's Syrian arm, the PYD, have been allowed to take control, manning the checkpoints, managing their own affairs, as long as they play no part in the uprising. Syrian Kurdish activists like Dersim Ahmed, a medical student in Ankara, say the PKK's deal with Assad has brought a second reign of terror to the area.
They are well-organized, armed, and the Syrian regime protects them. They are hitting people, killing people, abducting people, and nobody want to tell.
Dersim grew up around this area, like most of his friends, dreaming of a different government in Syria, but he doesn't believe the PKK's strategy is the right one.
Maybe they can control this area, but they don't think about the trauma which will happen between the Kurds and Arabs if this regime falls. The Arabs will tell us, you supported Bashar. You don't want Bashar to go.
Other Kurdish groups like this religious assembly do support the uprising and the ousting of Assad, but they too are intimidated by their Kurdish PKK brothers. The regime for decades has stayed on top using the tactic of divide and rule. A Kurdish split on what to do next has neutralized almost all the practical help they might give to the opposition. Anita McNaught, Al Jazeera, Nusaybin, Southeast Turkey.